can you explain to our listening and viewing audience what a COVID plan is?
Sure.
And why we should have one?
Sure. Well, why we should have one is to really think about what's causing you stress and anxiety over this season that we're still in, that we were told initially would only be a really short time, and it's turned into a very, very long time. And a lot of people have stress and anxiety around COVID itself. So the question is why specifically are you stressed out about it? Of course, about the randomness of being able to catch it, but then what's your biggest fear? Your biggest fear in some cases is what would happen to me or my family if I got COVID? Because most of
Right.
us, heaven forbid, we're not likely going to die from it. I mean, there's of course the chance, which is tremendously scary, but for most people who get COVID, and you two were battling on and on about, well, I got a paper that says I took the test. And Sherri, you're like, well, that doesn't say you don't have it. Everybody has concerns about it. It's so complicated. So what are you really worried about? Are you worried about what's going to happen to me? And if you're a mom, or a single mom especially, or if you're single by yourself, how am I going to handle it? So pre-think, what's your strategy? It's like we're always taught, what's your plan if you have a fire in your house? Where are you going to go? What door are you going to use? Here, I'm not from LA. I live in LA. When you get here, you're like, what's your earthquake plan? So you have a plan for those kinds of tragedies, and so this obviously is one that we should have a plan for too.
So, being a single mom with a 9-year-old, and let's just say that I would have my, say I got a positive result. I don't know what's the first thing I would do, and I think that's what you're talking about, right? Like what's the plan? Because you can't. I think it's the loneliness, or you have to sit by yourself. Like, do you have a room in your house? Like, what would you do?
You mean like a plan like for quarantining and stuff
How
like
you gonna
that?
eat,
How you
and
gonna eat?
who's gonna watch
Because
you?
most times you think, God forbid, if you get COVID, who's gonna want to come over and help you?
Nobody.
Except your family. Okay, that's a song.
Sorry.
That's a song. Nobody.
Say it. Okay, sing the COVID part, and I'm not. Just do it. You do it, and I'm coming in and say nobody.
I mean, if you get COVID and you catch it, who's gonna come over and help you?
Nobody. What's the next?
It's like,
who's gonna feed you?
The backlash.
Okay.
Can we just be prepared for the backlash?
Okay, sorry.
Be prepared. I mean, it's just like we need to think like STDs. When you think of STD, nobody wants to have anything to do with you, and you don't want to have anything to do with anybody else.
Are you talking about for a friend?
For a friend,
What?
if a friend were to have a situation.
It's quarantine. We're single. You don't want to put STDs on us.
Yeah.
That's the trailer Chris will make.
Yeah, use something else. Yeah, use like
wait, that was loaded.
Leprosy, man.
Yeah, use leprosy.
Leprosy. If you had leprosy,
Michelle married. Yeah, Michelle's married. You're gonna throw some STD analogy to single women.
What's wrong with her?
Two funny mamas.